can, okay.
Was it the box? Is that what you said? I said you choose a good idea. Sounds like it's a good idea too.
Okay, so I chose to do, a lot of you know me, that I like to do languages that I learn about myself or that interest me and hopefully will interest others. I decided to do the Igbo language just because of the fact I learned that most of me stems from Nigeria. I understand that I am Igbo, or of the Igbo tribe. Moving forward. In Africa, Igbo is one of the major languages as it is spoken in Nigeria. As the language has transcended to its spoken form, the Igbo tribe and ethnic group have embraced the Igbo language as the official language of Nigeria. Approximately 24 million speak the language as it is a Kwa language that branches to the Niger-Congo language family, or branches from that. And when you look at the subfamily, it goes from the Atlantic Congo, the Volta Congo, the Buni Congo, the Iwi Congo, and Igbo. Now, we go to the sound inventory, and actually, here's my typo. This is a Thai bar, and this is how they would transcribe it, and this is how we probably would transcribe it. So those are the two ways of transcription. Since the mid-1800s, Nigeria has tried to implement Igbo only as a standard language, as the dialects are incorporated into the official language of Igbo. As Nigerians are proud of the Igbo language, their language system has a sound inventory of vowels, consonants, and of course tones. And I say it like that because I know Cynthia was like, oh, here you go with the tones. So not to mention, we said the tones, which we'll talk about, of course, in part 5 of the presentation, but they do have high, mid, and low. Now I'm going to backtrack. I think right here. All right, so they actually have 20 to 30 dialects, but actually upon my review, all the dialects at this point, which I wanted to study the Ori dialect, I'm not sure why it was placed in my spirit to do so, but actually that dialect and the Umaiya dialect are into the standard dialect at this time. So actually it's a history, it's the Isuma Igbo, and that's from 1857 to 1905 that they had that. Then it was Union Igbo from 1905 to 1941. Then it went to Central Igbo from 1941 to 1973, and then of course now it's Standard Igbo, which has the Ori dialect and the Umaiya dialect incorporated into that, and that started in 1973 up until present. Let's see, Nigerians speak English and Nigerian Pidgin, and of course when I first did this project, I signed up to do Nigerian Pidgin, but I figured Dr. Deffenbaugh would probably say no, because it's a mix of English and Nigerian words. So getting to their vowels, they have 8 vowels, as we can see, and they're divided up into 2 mutually incompatible sets of front vowels and back vowels. The vowels are categorized as, we have the advanced tongue group, so that's the ATR plus vowels, or ATR, I guess that's negative vowels. What that means, if it's plus, which I'll have to work on probably my phonology on that. It says the tongue moves forward with expansion of the flagellar cavity, and then when the negative ATRL vowels are produced, they actually remain in a neutral position, so it might be equivalent to our English central position. As far as they have long vowels, and it's a little dot that's underneath each of those. So I guess to pronounce the long I, we would say it. So I believe in their dialect or language it's it. We would have oo. So for long, I believe oo. Then we have ah. So I believe for long it's ah. All right, and then for their language system, they have 28 consonants. Actual consonants. What's different between what we're used to, what we've seen for English, and I probably was supposed to say the IPA right here. They have 2 types of secondary articulators, so labelized velars, and then they have the labelable velars. I'm trying to think what else. And they're right here. And these are the Thai bar. How, I'm not sure, but I guess within Igbo, it's like this is, I think the first ends up being more silent because when you say Igbo, it's not E and boo, it's ooh. It's like you actually go into the next letter because of the tie bar. And we said we'll talk about tones in presentation 5. Any questions? And then I noticed we have the diacritic right here for labial, labeling. Look, yes, so we have our diacritic right here. So I'm actually going to have to work on starting to find words to maybe implement that into up and coming, moving further. Any questions?
So are the advanced tongue root and retracted tongue root, are those like tense and lax? Would that be the distinction?
Okay, so the difference in regards to, let me make sure I say it correctly. When they are positive, these right here, then yes, they are pronounced or perceived as being tense or bright. So you're correct.
Okay.
I don't know the color. I guess the color scheme and I'm just trying to go together, but it's no reason why they're
okay.
colors. But yes, so yes, these are pronounced tense, and these are end up in a neutral position.
Okay.
Yeah, more lax vowels. Yeah, the ATR is how we distinguish tense and lax vowels. So we'll talk about this when we get to natural classes, but plus ATR is advanced tongue root, meaning your tongue's a little further forward, but also a little tighter. And then minus ATR is retracted tongue root, meaning your mouth is not so tense, it's a little bit more lax. So really it's a tense-lax distinction. But you have it on vowels that we don't normally see as tense-lax distinguished. So interesting. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
Good job.